watched that. Then I tuned over to MTV. They had an interview with Eminem, the guy who does My Name Is. It was real funny because he's a white guy.
Right.
This guy's a white guy. Like, he's as white as, like, you know, Jackie with the blonde hair, that kind of white, you know? Yeah, and he's like, yo, man. He's like, let me tell you.
Is that how he talks?
Yeah, my raps are all about, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and it's like, oh my God, you gotta see this guy. I was cracking up.
What's scarier, Scared Straight or Eminem?
Eminem. Because he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying. You know what my street raps are all about. You know, and people, and the guy from MTV is like, you know, I just want to say something, Eminem.
Who's this? Carson Daly?
Carson Daly, the religious guy. Yeah. He goes, I just want to say something, Eminem. You know, you take a lot of flack for your lyrics, but people don't have to buy the record.
Oh, wow.
It's really profound. And he goes, that's right, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
And he never comments on how this guy sounds.
No. You know, and a lot of people come down on me for saying stuff, but, you know, man, this is what I'm just saying what I've always said, and people, you know, who don't like it are usually like the older people who don't understand the hip-hop community, and, you know, and I'm like, this is a white guy.
What hip-hop community is he from?
I don't know.
Lakeshore Drive?
Yeah, Lakeshore Drive, from Bayville. I don't know. You have to, it's great. Television is so great. I sit there, then they had a Madonna special on VH1, which was great.
Oh, yeah?
Because I got to admit, I kind of, like, learned something.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
You know, I don't know. No, I learned that Madonna's mother's name was Madonna.
Really?
Yeah, and she named her kid Madonna.
She had a Madonna Jr.?
Yeah. And then they called her little nanny Madonna when she was growing up because they didn't want to confuse her with the mother. But then the mother died when she was like 6 or something.
Right.
Which is, you know, pretty heavy. And then Madonna came to New York, didn't have anything. Didn't have anything, you know, didn't have a pot to pee in, so to speak.
Right, she didn't have any trust fund. She was.
She didn't. And they were saying she would just walk around in the village and stuff, and people would stop their cars to stare at her because she just looked so outrageous and looked like a star. You know, it was kind of interesting. But I have to keep flipping channels because there's too much interesting stuff on. I go into overload.
Television is full.
I know people complain about television, but I love it. And then I realized I missed Friends. Was that a new episode? I was watching Scared Straight and Eminem. I was all busy.
That's got to be funnier than Friends.
You would love to lay in bed and just watch TV with me. I yell. I
talk to the television.
Yeah. Talk to the screen. I talk to the screen. I'm like a black guy in a movie theater.
What's up with that?
All right, so here's a couple of the big stories. Dennis Rodman, they threw him off the Los Angeles Lakers because he showed up again late for practice and he wasn't wearing shoes. He was barefoot. I'm not sure what it has to do with it, but there's something very funny about it.
It doesn't sound like you're ready to play.
But there's something very funny about it.
It's
Dennis
just like
Rodman.
a gym teacher saying you're not prepared.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's your shoes? I'm a proud African American. I played like I'm in the jungle. No. This ain't gonna fly. You gotta wear sneakers.
Well, you know, I guess since he lost that Converse endorsement, he doesn't have any shoes.
Do you imagine him moseying in like barefoot?
And barefoot.
And barefoot's the insult.
He's got to have the hugest, ugliest feet.
Yeah, right. I just picture these big, ugly feet.
Canoes.
Yeah, the size of like Bozo's red shoes, but like just the toes all distorted and gnarled.
I wonder if he knew he didn't have shoes on.
Getting smelly.
Yeah, you know, you don't know where those feet have been.
Yeah, he's walking around without shoes. Like, how does it happen that he has no shoes?
Did he walk all the way there without shoes?
I don't know. What is it, Gary?
You know what's funny about him? Like, bosses get caught up in stuff like that, and it's understandable. You know, he doesn't listen. He's not on time. In the meantime, the Lakers are 17-6 with him.
Right.
So they get mad at him because he doesn't show up with his shoes, but in the meantime, they're winning. They should just keep until they're losing.
Can I tell you something? I find, now I'm not a big guy, I'm not a big basketball fan. I don't watch a lot of basketball. I've been watching every Lakers game because Dennis is on the team.
Right.
And I can't explain it. I don't know what he does.
And they said even attendance at the Forum was up.
Yeah, it's a very fun kind of team all of a sudden.
And he's a compelling guy, and he has helped the team.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are they thinking? Who cares if he shows up late?
I mean, just let him do whatever he wants until it becomes disruptive.
I guess it becomes disruptive to the rest of the team. Now, how can you tell everybody else?
But they're winning.
But they're winning.
How disruptive is it?
But if you tell everybody else, you have to be on time, you have to listen to me, you have to do all this stuff, and then Dennis walks in with no shoes late after missing another practice.
But you know what it's like, Robin? You know, in radio, there's been a couple of guys, I can't use names, who I knew who were heroin addicts. But they were great. They were either great programmers or they were great radio guys. And the station was like, listen, the guy shows up. He's He's making us money. Who cares? Let him do heroin.
Bottom line.